She talking about how you need to spend $500 to go out on a date with her when she ain't worth spending $3 for a slice of pizza and a can of Pepsi.
Now available in paperback and e-readers. From the author of the critically acclaimed book The Man Crisis comes The Woman Crisis. Learn why so many women have become lost in their quest to have it all in The Woman Crisis. Get your copy of The Woman Crisis in paperback and e-readers everywhere at online booksellers today.
Better get the coleslaw, y'all, cause we're having us a barbecue.
Recently, a black woman posted a video on TikTok insisting that a man had to pay a $500 fee in order to date her.
Due to the fact that men make my ass itch, I have decided that I am single, celibate, and no longer willing to date anyone. However, if you insist on taking me on a date, there will be a $500 fee. That $500 fee can be paid through Zelle, Cash App, or Apple Pay. I'll send you my phone number and you can send the motherfucking buckets. Then we can discuss an arrangement. However, if you decide that you're going to text me or call me before you send the motherfucking bullets, you will be blocked.
Now, in this video that went viral, this black woman who has on a blonde lace front wig and makeup that makes her appear to be 2 shades lighter than she is and is poorly done, makes a statement saying that she is such a catch that a man has to spend a $500 fee in order to go out on a date with her. And I have to wonder if this woman has such a high sense of self that she has this extreme sense of entitlement, or if she's just so completely oblivious to what she's proposing to men that she can't see that the same fee that she's proposing is the same thing that escorts propose as related to having a date with them. Now, this woman is sitting up here saying that she's so attractive and such a catch for a man that a man should have to pay a $500 fee in order for her to consider dating him. But what she doesn't see is the way she presents herself shows a man that she isn't worth spending the time to take a $5 food stamp out of the book. And the way this woman is acting is showing that she is not worth dealing with to get that high life that she wants, where she thinks a guy has to spend $500 on her and then has to spend even more at some fancy restaurant or some other event she wants to go to. No, what this woman is showing by the way she presents herself is that she is not even worth the time to take over to a local pizza shop for a slice of pizza and a Pepsi, or to be taken to the Arab red and white chicken place for that 2-piece chicken dinner, and if the guy really likes her, he may even let her get one of those fried apple pies that are there. No, this woman, by the extremely arrogant and entitled way that she's acting, shows most men that she is not worth even considering to approach, because she's got this arrogant attitude that makes her appear to be extremely unattractive. And on the first impression, a guy looks at this woman and sees somebody that they wouldn't even want to consider dating, because she has no respect for herself, because a woman who respected herself would not look to commodify any sort of interpersonal relationship with a man. No, a woman who values a man wants to get to know a man for the content of his character, not the color of the money in his wallet. And what this woman wants to do is go out here and make everything all about money from the beginning. And she wants to make everything all about money from the beginning because she's extremely insecure. And I believe that she possibly grew up in extreme poverty based on the way she has on this poorly done makeup and this really bad blonde wig. And because she grew up poor without a father to meet her economic and emotional needs. What she's looking to do is go out here and try to find a guy who will go out here and create the commodified relationship that she believes will make her financially secure, not understanding that while she's out here looking for fiscal security, she's showing how emotionally insecure she is, and that's really shown by her appearance, where she's looking to try to make herself look like a caricature of a white woman with this blonde wig and this really poorly done makeup. What she's looking to do is try to think that she can, if she looks like a white woman, she will be able to attract what she thinks is a higher value black man. But most of these women don't understand the way they present themselves, leads to them winding up getting involved with a man who is a reflection of her. And what this woman is presenting in her reflection of self is not the kind of guy who would go out here and want to spend a $500 fee for a date. No, what she's presenting here is no different than what many of the women who work for escort services would present in the back pages of the Village Voice when they're looking for a date. And that's a completely different clientele than the women who want a relationship. And that's sadly what this woman doesn't understand, because she never had a father in her life to teach her how men behave or show her a model for manhood, to show her how a relationship between a man and a woman works. And what we see here with this woman in this picture, in this video, is a woman who clearly doesn't understand how relationships work, because when in actual relationships, a woman doesn't need to go out here and put a fee up front to get involved with a man, because what she's looking for in a man are values and character, and no man of character would want to get involved with this woman based on the way she carries and conducts herself, because the way this woman is carrying and conducting herself is not a way that a man would want to have as related to the woman he's involved with. Because if a woman can go out here and put a price tag on her time, then she's not looking to be a helpmeet to a man in a relationship. No, what she's looking to be is an employee. And if you want to be an employee, then there's a whole different set of protocols for an employee. And most men don't want to have their woman be an employee. No, employees are people who come and go with no personal connection, because it's all about business. But a relationship is not about business. It's about forming an intimate and personal connection with another person and having enough respect for that person that you see them all just like you would see yourself. So when I look at this, at the video of this woman, she's definitely a woman in crisis. And I definitely would have to say that she's a woman in crisis, because this is a textbook example of what happens when a woman is indoctrinated into feminism. What happens when women are indoctrinated into feminism is that they don't see relationships between men and women as intimate and personal. No, because they're so caught up in the material, they wind up commodifying that relationship, and they commodify the relationship to the point where they don't see a man as a person who has value for who he is. No, they only see a value of what is in that man's wallet, and they will go out here and while this woman says she'll charge a fee for a guy to go out on a date with her, the prices will rise even higher if a guy gets involved with her, because her ultimate goal is to turn a simp into a trick, and have the simp going out here, going from spending money to get her attention to going out here and spending money to try to go out here and get an opportunity at the possibility of getting her to drop the skid mark thong, and hopefully, in his mind, wishing and praying that eventually he'll spend enough to hopefully get a chance to put his carbon rod in the atomic waste reactor and participate in nuclear fusion. And what this woman doesn't understand is that that kind of relationship is not the kind of relationship that men and women who love each other have. No, that kind of relationship is akin to prostitution, because what the man is doing is paying for the possibility of a sexual encounter, and he's basically looking to just go out here and pay to try to get the possibility of getting laid, when all he's doing is getting played. Because again, a $500 fee to go out with a woman is absolutely ridiculous when you think about it, when a guy could go back to the pages of the back of the Village Voice when it was out back in the day, and he could find another woman who would provide the same services for even less than what she's proposing. So when I listen to this woman's crazy ideas and unrealistic ideas, it shows me that this woman has really never been taught about how relationships work between men and women. She's possibly the product of a single mother household, never really had any sort of relationship with her father to nurture her and meet her emotional needs, and is out here thinking that she can go out here and get guys to pay for her attention, when the thing is, if a man was a man of character, he wouldn't pay her any attention, because this woman's character really shows that all she's about is money. And since she's a gold digger, he's going to leave her to go out here looking to dig for fool's gold. And I say fool's gold because only a fool would go out here and look to invest in paying this woman's fee, when this woman doesn't even seem like she has her head on straight as related to seeing that she can be a helpmeet for a man. Because when I look at this woman, she's saying, oh, you need to pay a $500 fee to go out before you go out on a date with her. But the whole process of dating is just to find out if this woman is worth spending time with or investing your time with. And when I look at this woman's behavior, it's clear to me that she is not worth investing any time in for even the slice of pizza and a Pepsi, or the two-piece chicken dinner and possibly the apple pie from the red and white chicken place, because the way she is behaving and acting shows that she is not a woman who is looking to reflect positively on a man or provide a positive first impression on a man. Because the first impression this woman is giving as related to her appearance and her behavior is one that says that she is unattractive as related to her values and her character. Now, she's caught up in her looks, but when I look at this woman's values and character, they are not that of a lady. They are more that of a lady of the evening, because only a lady of the evening is going to sit here and propose price and believe she is entitled to whatever price she's proposing. But a man of character understands that his time is too precious to waste with this kind of woman, and even when he sees this kind of woman, he's going to charge her to the game and keep it moving even before she even thinks he's going to take a look at her, because the first impression he gets of this woman is not one of a woman who would even be considered for any sort of relationship. No, this woman waved a red flag when she said $500 fee, a fee that shows that she has no moral values and no moral position. So any direction you're going to go in with this kind of woman is only going to be downhill, and only the most pathetic of simps would think he's got to pay this kind of fee for this woman's attention, when there are much better women out here than this woman, who has an overinflated sense of self, an overinflated ego about herself, and basically has been gassed up by a whole lot of pathetic simps to believe that she is worth spending any sort of money on, when it's all about spending time with people to get to know them. So when I look at this whole situation with this woman and this viral video, it's another textbook example of how feminist indoctrination has given a lot of these women out here a grand sense of delusion. I mean, I thought that the woman who ate all 48 oysters was a level of insane, and the woman who rejected the Cheesecake Factory was Arkham certified. But this woman is on another level of Arkham certified by going out here and saying that she deserves to be paid $500 for a date, and is completely oblivious to the indecent proposal she is making, because she thinks that she is so much that she's actually getting something out of the deal, when in actuality she's devaluing herself by going out here and saying that you have to pay a price to be with her. I mean, that just shows how just so caught up in herself she is. She can't see that she actually debased herself by making such a statement. And sadly, there were no parents, I believe, in her life to sit down and talk to her and explain to her what she is proposing to men. I mean, sadly, there is no man there to sit there and talk to her, because if a man had sat there and talked to her, she would see that what she's proposing is not what a woman proposes to a man who she wants to have a relationship with. No, what is proposed here is the kind of language that is made by a woman in crisis. Now, if you want to learn more about why women like this participate in dysfunctional videos like this and make statements like this, you can pick up my book, The Woman Crisis, on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. You can also find The Woman Crisis at other online booksellers like Smashwords, the iBookstore, Google Play, and Barnes & Noble. And if you want to learn why 70% of black women like this will remain single for the rest of their lives, you can pick up my book, Why 70% of Black Women Are Single, on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. You can also find Why 70% of Black Women Are Single at other online booksellers like Smashwords, the iBookstore, Google Play, and Barnes & Noble. And if you'd like to see me make more videos like this about the world of relationships and dating, you can send a donation to my Patreon, my PayPal, or my Cash App by clicking the links in the description box. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe.